Am I audible to all? So we shall wait for 1 and 2 minutes. After that, we will start our class. Previous day already we have ended our group. So today we will start the ring. Okay, so let us wait for 1 minute to join other. Now we are starting our class. Is my screen is visible to all? Is my screen is visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are going for our definition of ring. Ring means a non-empty set capital R with two binary operation, plus within circle and dot within circle. Both are plus means the addition, dot means the multiplication. We are taking like that. Respectively is called ring if the following postulates are satisfied. Number one, R plus is an abelian group. R plus is an abelian group. That means there are 5 property of R plus. Every A plus B belongs to R for all AB belongs to R. This is called the closure property with respect to plus. Then the associative property A plus B whole thing plus C equal to A plus B plus C for all ABC belongs to R. And there exists an element with respect to plus. We know that it is 0. This is the identity element denoted by 0 in R such that A plus 0 equal to A for all A belongs to R. And to each element A in R, there exists an element minus A. We know that for the plus, the inverse of plus is minus A in R such that A plus of minus A equal to minus A plus of A equal to 0, which is the identity element. And moreover, it is the commutative A plus B always B plus A for all AB belongs to R. So R plus is an abelian group. That means R plus holds the 5 property: closure property, associative property, identity element 0, as well as inverse element for each element, and both of them A plus B equal to B plus A, that is commutative property. So in brief, we can say that R plus is an abelian group which holds the 5 property. Number 2, R dot is a semi-group. Semi-group means we know that it holds closure property and associative property. That is given here with respect to dot. A dot B belongs to R for all AB belongs to R. That means closure property hold. And next, A dot B whole dot C equal to A dot B dot C for all ABC belongs to R, which is called the associative property with respect to dot. So it is semi-group. And number 3, the multiplication is distributive. Multiplication is distributive means A dot B plus C equal to A dot B plus A dot C. Otherwise, B plus C dot A means B dot A plus C dot A for all ABC belongs to R. That means R plus dot. Then the total algebraic structure will be here R plus dot. That is a ring. With these two binary composition plus and dot, where R plus is an abelian group, R dot is a semi group, and multiplicative distributive law holds. That means 5 plus 2 7 and 1 8 property holds. If R plus dot this holds these 8 property, then we can say that the given algebraic structure R plus dot is a ring. So ring is commutative with respect to plus, but it is not commutative with respect to dot, isn't it? Ring is commutative with respect to plus. Because of that, R plus is a abelian group, that means commutative group. So ring is commutative with respect to plus, but it is only the holds with respect to the dot, closure property and associative property. There is no zero, no identity element, no inverse element, no commutative commutative property with respect to the multiplication. That means in case of ring, we cannot say that in R there one is there. Because of that, multiplicative identity is one, but with respect to multiplication, identity element does not hold generally in case of ring. Is it clear? How many properties are there for a ring? 5 and 2, 7 and 1, 8 property. So if this 8 property is follows for a given algebraic structure R plus dot, then we shall say that the given algebraic structure with two binary composition, where R is a non-empty set with the binary composition plus and dot, it's form a ring. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it was our definition of ring. Now so ring has the 7 5 and 2 7 and 1 8 property. Now moreover, if with respect to the dot, ring holds the identity element, that means 1 belongs to R, then it is called ring with unity. Ring with unity. So we are going for the definition of ring. Now next part is ring with unity. For a ring, if it is holds with respect to multiplication, then it is called ring with unity. So there are, what is the ring with unity? That means R plus commutative group, number 2 R dot is a monoid, and number 3 multiplicative distributive law holds, isn't it? R dot is a monoid, that means R dot holds the closure property, associative property as well as identity element, that is 1. So a ring with respect to dot, if it is holds the identity element 1, then we can say that it is ring with unity. Is it clear? So there are extra 1 property, 9 property are there. For first one, here are 5 property, here are 3, 8, and here are 1, 9. Now we are going for the next part, that is commutative ring. commutative ring. For a ring R plus dot if it is commutative, it is holds the commutative law, commutative property with respect to multiplication, then it is called commutative ring. Commutative ring. That is R plus, this is commutative group, number 2 R dot is a commutative semigroup. This is commutative semigroup. And number 3 multiplicative distributive law holds. Right? Then we can say that the ring is commutative. So here are also 9 properties. R plus is a commutative group. That means 5 properties are there. R dot is a commutative semigroup. In case of ring, it was semigroup. That means 2 property. Moreover, with respect to dot, it is the commutative. So it holds the 3 property here. 5 plus 3, 8, and multiplicative distributive law holds. Then we can say that it is commutative ring. Is it clear? The definition of ring with unity and commutative ring. Anyone please respond if it is understood or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next thing is commutative ring with unity. Commutative ring with unity. That means combination of these two. For a ring R plus dot is called commutative ring with unity if number 1 R plus is a commutative group, number 2 R plus is a commutative group, number 2 R dot is a commutative monoid, and number 3 multiplicative distributive law holds. R dot is commutative monoid. That means R dot holds that closure property, associative property, identity property, as well as with respect to dot, it is commutative. That means R dot holds the 4 property. R plus holds the 5. 5 plus 4, 9 plus 1, 10 property. Is it clear? Ring, ring with unity, commutative ring, then commutative ring with unity. Actually, for a ring, R plus is obviously abelian group, and the property will be introduced when it is commutative ring with unity. That means identity element should be there with respect to multiplication. If it is commutative ring, then commutative property should be there with respect to multiplication. For addition, there are five conditions are satisfied. There is no extra condition will be added. So condition will be added for the multiplication. Because of that, in case of multiplication of our ring, there are only 2 properties were there. 3 properties are required, but there was total 5 property if we say that R dot is a commutative group, but here R dot was a semi group. So if it is ring with unity, then R dot holds the identity property with respect to multiplication. That means R dot is a monoid. Now commutative ring with unity, that means R dot is a monoid as well as it with respect to dot, it is commutative. So we can say that R dot is a commutative monoid. Commutative monoid means there are 4 properties. R plus is a commutative group, that means 5 property. 5 plus 4, 9, and multiplicative distributive law always holds for any kind of ring. So total 10 property are there. Is it clear to everybody? These are very much required to solve any kind of the problem of our ring. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, show some
Sir.
examples.
Okay, at first I will give the definition. If you understood the definition, then example obviously understood. I will give some example obviously. Just wait for some minutes. Now next another thing, that is cancellation law in a ring. Cancellation law in a ring. Cancellation laws hold in a ring. If number 1, a not equal to 0 and a dot b is equal to a dot c, which implies b equal to c, which implies b equal to c. And number 2, a not equal to 0 and b dot a is equal to c dot a implies b equal to c for all a, b, c belongs to R. First one, it is called the left cancellation law. And second one is called right cancellation law. For a not equal to 0, a dot b equal to a dot c, then a cancel, then we can say that b equal to c. So here a in both of the right hand side and left hand side, a is occurred in the left hand side. So this is called the left cancellation law. For the second one, b dot a equal to c dot a implies b equal to c. Here both the cases for the left hand side and right hand side, a occurred in the right hand side. So it is called the right cancellation law. If these two kinds of the cancellation law are hold, then it is called the ring holds the cancellation law. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now ring divisor of 0. Do you have any idea about the divisor of 0? Zero, or it is also called the zero divisor. Divisor of 0 or zero divisor. That means a dot b equal to 0, which implies that a not equal to 0, b not equal to 0. Is it possible? Here both of a and b are not 0.
Not possible, sir.
Not possible, no? Okay. Shall we take that a equal to vector a and b equal to vector b. Both are non-zero, where a vector is given that I cap and b vector is given that j cap. Then what should be the a dot b? What is the result?
Zero, sir.
0, na? Where
Yes, sir.
a was a non-zero vector, b was a non-zero vector, but product of them is equal to given 0. Then we can say that a is the left divisor of 0 and b is the right divisor of 0. A is the left divisor of 0, b is the right divisor of 0. Again, we shall consider one matrix 1 0 0 0. This matrix is a non-zero matrix. B is a non-zero matrix. What is the value of AB?
0
0 0 0 0.
0 0.
That is the matrix 0. So it is possible that both of them are non-zero, but product of them is coming 0, isn't it? Then A is called the left divisor of 0 and B is called the right divisor of 0. So it is possible. Now take another example which already we have learned that for Z6, modulo class Z6. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No? With respect to the multiplication, if we take that 2 class 2 into class 3, what is the given here? Class 0, no? With respect to multiplication, isn't it? 2 into 3, 6. 6 is divided by 6, then the residue is 0. So it is 0. 2 is non-zero, 3 is non-zero, but their product is 0. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Also, we can take that 3 and 4. 3 into 4, that is 12. 12 divide by 6, then the residue is 0. So it is possible. Then which is in the left hand side, that is called the left divisor of 0, which is right hand side, that is called the right divisor of 0, right? So if any ring contains this property, then we can say that ring with divisor of 0. Ring with divisor of 0. If any ring holds this divisor of 0 property, then we can say that it is a ring with divisor of 0. Is it clear what is divisor of 0? Both of the entities are non-zero, but their composition, we cannot say that product. If we take that for the plus also here, for plus, then here we are taking for the multiplication. If we take for plus, then it is if we take that 2 plus 3, then also it is 0, no? Sorry, 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4, that is 6. 6 is divisible by 6, 0. So with respect to the composition, if it is whole that for any two non-zero entities, their composition is 0, then we can say that left hand side is left divisor 0 and right hand side is right divisor of 0. So it is possible that for any two non-zero entities, product or sum of them are maybe 0. Right? So if any ring holds this property, then it is called ring with divisor of 0. If it is not hold, then ring without divisor of 0. Now we are going for next thing, that is called the ideal of a ring. Left ideal. In non-empty subset A, non-empty subset A, capital A, of a ring R, of a ring R is said to be left ideal ideal of R if number one, S is a subgroup of R. S is a subgroup of R with respect to addition with respect to addition. Plus. And number two, R belongs to small r belongs to capital R, small s belongs to capital A, implies that RS belongs to S. Then we consider it is a left ideal. Now we are going for the right ideal. In non-empty subset A, non-empty subset A of a ring R, is said to be right ideal of R. Number one, S is a subgroup of R. S is a subgroup of capital R. with respect to addition class. And number two, small r belongs to r, small h belongs to capital S, implies that this r belongs to S. Previously it was Rs, so it is left ideal. Here SR, that is right ideal. Yes, this is the definition of left and right ideal. Now last part of the theorem, that is integral domain. Integral domain. A commutative ring with unity and without divisor of 0 is called an integral domain. Commutative ring with unity, that means it holds the 10 property and it must not be holds the divisor of 0. Actually, which we have followed that in our general case, we are working on the domain, domain of our field, not in our ring. So you have some confusion that A not equal to 0, B not equal to 0, but their product is 0. How can it possible? It is not possible for field. Because of that, in our field, generally we are reaching on the field of our general algebra. But when we are going to the ring, then it is possible. So here integral domain means a commutative ring with unity and without divisor of 0 is called the integral domain. That means how many, actually it is commutative group and R dot commutative ring with unity, that means commutative monoid, only inverse is not there, and multiplicative distributed law hold, and again does not hold the divisor of 0 property. So that means there are 5 plus 4 9 plus 1 10 and 1 11. It does not hold the property of divisor of 0, but it holds the multiplicative distributive law. R plus is a commutative group, R dot is a commutative monoid. Then we can say that it is an integral domain, right? So now we are taking some example of ring. These are the theory of ring, which are very important. It will be help you to solve any kind of the problem. Actually, this is all are the logical expression. Logical, you cannot find out the graph of this or any other thing. But these are the logical approaches. Is it clear? Hello? If someone has any doubt, please ask me. These are the basic thing of ring. With the help of this, we have to solve all those problems which are given to you. It is very basic thing for you people, which is required for lifetime. So try to understood this. This kind of the explanation will be not given to any of your abstract algebra book or your discrete mathematics book. That's why I am using this kind of the notation and whiteboard. Maybe you are very slow, but you have to learn it. It is the your lifelong learning. Is my handwriting is readable to you?
Yes, sir,
Yes, sir.
clear.
Okay, so you can take the snapshot also so that it will help you. And I'll give you the today also your LMS was not working on 9 a.m. So I am not making your subject in LMS. So I'll try to make the subject if it is available right now. After that, I'll give the all notes, but it is your duty to find out all those things and you have to practice it. Otherwise, you will be just forget about this. If you forgot this, you cannot perform any kind of the problem of this kind of the abstract algebra. It is quite impossible. जब हम पढ़ा रहा है तब तुम लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, इसके बाद फील्ड भी पढ़ा देंगे, सब रिंग फील्ड का दो चार प्रॉब्लम भी करा देंगे, then it will be completed. Your syllabus is not a very small syllabus, though it is given for the 50 marks, na? It is only for the 50 marks, but syllabus is huge. Only they have given that group ring field, but you know that how many classes we are taking to find out the group, isn't it? There was, I think, 4 or 5 classes was explained for to understood group. If you cannot understood group, then how can you understood this ring? If you cannot understood this ring, you cannot understood the field. So these all are the correlated things. So it is arts to you people. Please come into the classes every day when it is available in your network. Otherwise, my video will be uploaded to the YouTube. In all the previous classes, uh, classes videos are already I have uploaded into the YouTube. So you can go through of this. Those who are not joining in this class for or those who are want to take in another session of this class, they can go to the YouTube. It is already uploaded. Today's class also will be uploaded by today. Right? If there is any question for any kind of the classes, then you can gather them and I will make a session for the tutorial on that occasion. You can ask me the question from that. Is it clear to everybody? What you should do? I think my students are not getting the point, na? Hello?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तुम लोग का कोई दिक्कत हो रहा है? Actually, I have not got any response from you people. I think that I have given a very much interesting lecture to you, but you people are bothered. You are just joining here and doing some another thing onto you, na? Is it like so? So if it is like so, then it is very hard, very painful to me that I am taking the classes, but my students are not interactive or attentive. So for the next day, we are going for some problems on ring.